powerful man in the kingdom, and if he doesn't laugh, you'd better start praying. You may live in the castle, wear bells on your hat and share jokes with kings, but make no mistake, you are not free. In fact, you're more trapped than most. Because being a medieval court jester isn't just a job, it's an identity that consumes you. Once you're labelled the fool, that's it. There's no promotion, no career change, no, I'd like to try something different. You're a lifelong performer, whether you want to be or not. It doesn't matter if you're aging, tired or sick. You don't get to retire. There's no pension, no cosy cottage waiting at the edge of the kingdom. You don't become a merchant or a monk or a respected elder. You're not master whatever your name was. You're still the fool, just slower, sadder, and with fewer teeth. And the worst part? Even if you're brilliant, no one will ever see past the hat. You might write poetry. You might speak 4 languages. You might secretly know more about statecraft than the royal council. But when you speak, everyone hears bells and expects pratfalls. You could warn of war and be ignored, but if you slip on a turnip, they'll laugh for hours. You've become a costume with a voice. And try leaving? Good luck. You're not trained in a trade. You own no land. You have no connections outside the castle walls. If you wander into a town, you're not seen as that sharp-witted court performer. You're just a strange, poorly dressed man babbling about dukes and drama, probably mistaken for a madman or vagrant. And if you do leave, and somehow survive, what then? You'll miss meals. You'll be forgotten. And sooner or later, some lesser noble will say, "Bring back the old fool. He made us laugh." And just like that, you're dragged back in, because you're not a man. You're an object that people remember when they're bored. So you stay. You perform. You laugh at your own pain, because the alternative is terrifying. Because once you're the fool, you stay the fool. Forever. Here's the strange thing about being a fool. In a room full of nobles, bishops and knights, you might be the only one allowed to speak the truth. Everyone else in court speaks in riddles. Diplomats flatter, courtiers scheme, servants lie to survive. But you? You've got one strange, dangerous privilege. You can say what others can't. You can mock a policy the king refuses to reconsider. You can whisper jokes that call out corruption. You can impersonate the baron who's clearly embezzling grain, or the duchess with a suspiciously close friendship to the bishop's nephew, and somehow get away with it.